have always liked the Eiffel Tower. Always. I always find this like it's iconic. Anywhere in the world you see that picture, you know, we're talking about France, we're talking about Paris, okay? So when I got my British passport, even before I had the passport in my hand, when I knew it was going to arrive, I booked my trip to Paris via Eurostar, the train that goes from St. Pancras station in London all the way to Paris North Station, Gare du Nord. So I had done so much research, it was like days worth of research on the Eiffel Tower, how to take the pictures, where to see it from, everything. Okay, so by the time I got there, I was just bubbling with excitement. I got there in the evening, so obviously I could not go to the Eiffel Tower at night that time. It was my first time in Paris, so I had to find first, let's go to the hotel, check in. And then for the next day, I was just so ready. I wanted to be there. So I had researched the train routes, the metro routes, and I knew exactly where this metro will leave me. I knew exactly how to walk from that metro station to the actual Eiffel Tower. And the most important thing, I knew how to take the best picture of the Eiffel Tower. Because you see, when you want to take a best picture of the Eiffel Tower, you don't go to the Eiffel Tower. Eiffel Tower is too big to fit in the frame. You can take a picture sitting, like standing at the base of the Eiffel Tower and then just looking up. Those also work. Lots of people take them. But if you want a proper picture with the Eiffel Tower fitting in the frame, and obviously the sunrise has to be there. Okay, so the color in the sky and the Iron Lady, they call it, in the frame. That was my iconic picture, which I was going to take. Me, Sunny Goswami, the world traveler. So I was very excited. I packed my camera bag, packed everything, got my, okay, what I'm gonna wear in the morning, everything ready. Okay, cool. Then went to bed, midnight, very easy. I knew exactly which train I needed to take, from where I needed to take. All of that was sorted out except one thing. I had to get up in the morning. When I got up, it was already about 6:25 and the sunrise was scheduled for about 6:55, 7 a.m. Oh my god, I panicked. I did not have time to take the metro or to wash my face, take a shower, get dressed. Everything was just falling apart. So, once I finished panicking, you have to finish panicking at some point, you can't just keep panicking the whole time. I said, okay, what are my options? I could go to the Eiffel Tower next day, but then this day, what do I do? Because next day I had planned to go actually up in the Eiffel Tower. The first day was for taking the picture of the Eiffel Tower. So it was just going to ruin my whole plan. I feel like, oh no, I'm going to cry if that happens. So ultimately I had an idea. Instead of taking the metro, why don't we take a taxi that will get there faster? Like, yes, that's great. So what I did was I booked an Uber, and in the 10 minutes that the Uber would take to arrive, I just washed my face, put on my clothes, and was down there when the taxi arrived. And the taxi was, it was like normal, the non-English speaking driver, Paris streets, first time in Paris, first morning in Paris, all very exciting. And then I finally saw the Eiffel Tower in the distance as well. And then the guy said, okay, we are here. Cool. So the Eiffel Tower is on the left. You don't go left, you go right. There is this place exactly opposite the Eiffel Tower, which is called Place du Trocadero. Trocadero Place. Okay. So this is like a monument, historical building in itself. It's quite a big rambling building, very wide. And in the middle of two wings of this building, there is a platform, there's a raised platform, which is at the exact distance and height which you need to take the perfect picture of the Eiffel Tower. Okay, so I turned right, went through the passage, climbed the stairs, and I was in for another shock. I had thought that I was the only one with an internet connection. This is how naive I was, okay? So I was thinking I was the only one with an internet connection who could do the research and who could find this in the forums, this kind of tip and place name. Okay, I'm going to be there taking the perfect picture where everybody else will be going to the Eiffel Tower itself. Oh, no, 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 not so much. There were at least 200 people there at this time of the morning that I could see. I'm very bad at counting people, but there were at least 200 people there and maybe more. Maybe could be 500 also, okay? And it was, when you go to the beach and then you can't find any place to put your towel because everybody has taken all the possible space in front of the water. So it was kind of like that. There was some girl who was in a bride, I was gonna say uniform, not the uniform, like a bride dress, and a guy with her in a groom's outfit. And my friend told me later that these are like Instagram kings and queens who go and do these themed shoots in different places. So it's not that she was getting married at the time. Naively, I thought that maybe she was getting married and she had come there directly to do a pre-wedding shoot, a post-wedding shoot with the Eiffel Tower, but maybe not. So ultimately, I looked around and I found a space just like that towel thing, like you can put your towel between two towels. It was like that, where I could have an oblong of space beside two people, in the middle of two people. So on my left there was somebody who had his tripod set up with his camera. I set up my tripod next to him. Yeah, I had taken my tripod as well. I was to Paris and I was going by train, so I had all the luggage that I wanted to take, I could take. So, and that was a business class as well in the train. The Euro class, it's very expensive though. I can't afford that anymore. But it was nice, and the food was also very good on that train. Remember that. So I set up my tripod right next to it, and then we went to work. We means like me and the other 200 people on there. But the ultimate outcome of that was I got my epic morning sunrise Eiffel Tower picture. The lesson from that was that don't oversleep. Set up a few different alarms or a way to get up in the morning, otherwise you're gonna miss it. But did I learn my lesson? No, not so much. I'll tell you the next story of my oversleeping in the next one. But yeah, this one turned out okay. Some of them didn't turn out so great. But this is my story of oversleeping in Paris and almost missing my shot at Eiffel Tower. See you in the next one. Bye bye.